You're watching Good Morning Suncoast at 6.
At this hour, President Trump is meeting with his British counterpart. Prime Minister Theresa May will tell you why the tone could be more tense after some words said in the morning newspaper there.
And lightning, something we've seen a lot of this week. We're going to have some tips to stay safe in our summer storms.
And the 2017 FEMA hurricane season report is out. We'll show you the numbers next hour on Good Morning Suncoast. Welcome back. It is 6 o'clock right now, Friday the 13th. If you're superstitious, you want to stay indoors.
Right. You want to stay indoors. Do not go under a ladder. Don't break a mirror. Don't let a black cat walk in front of you.
All those things.
Or I like to think of like maybe it's a really lucky day.
You ever seen a cat cross in front when you're driving? Think,
yep.
Oh, I hope it's not black.
I'm like, oh no, oh no.
It's kind of gray.
I know.
All right.
All right, John Scalzi, are you at all superstitious?
You know, when the heat index is 105, I definitely want to stay indoors.
There you go.
No question about it. Whether it's Friday the 13th or not. We've got some showers out in Gulf waters this morning. We have a possibility of seeing a few of those showers develop near the coastline around noontime or so. Maybe an isolated sprinkle before then, but perhaps a thunderstorm around noon near the coast. But it's inland where the best chance of rainfall will be once again today, just as it has over the last 3 or 4 days. We're looking at mostly inland rainstorms with about a 50 to 60% chance. Hardy, DeSoto, Highlands County. But for coastal Sarasota, Manatee, Charlotte counties, except maybe around the mouth of Charlotte Harbor and around the mouth of Tampa Bay, we're looking at about a 30% chance at best. Chance for showers today. Generally light and variable winds, plenty of sunshine as we head toward dawn here on the Suncoast. We'll look for a lot of sunshine to drive temperatures pretty rapidly into the 80s and eventually hit 90 by noontime. At that point, the few scattered showers will bring about a 20% chance of rain and then 30% as we head down the road. Forecast to you.
All right, thank you, John. This is a live look now at Bee Ridge and Tuttle. We're showing you this because overnight there was a 2-vehicle accident that shut down Bee Ridge for a short time. As you see, it has since reopened. No word yet as to what caused that accident. We heard it was not a fatal situation, but again, the road is since reopened at Bee Ridge and Tuttle. Checking the maps right now. First off, up to Manatee County, you'll see 301 southbound, some congestion there as you cross over University. Farther south now on the map, we'll find out that there is not much to report. That earlier icon at Bee Ridge and Tuttle has since been removed. And then farther south in our final map, we'll see a little buildup there on 41 northbound as you cross through Osprey.
Well, this morning, President Trump is in London meeting with the Prime Minister. It's a meeting that could be a little bit more uncomfortable because of a newly released interview. All of this on his first official visit. Now, the British tabloid The Sun tweeted out their exclusive interview with Trump. The front cover says, May has wrecked Brexit. U.S. deal is off. Now, in that interview, Trump criticizes May's decision to have England pull out of the European Union.
I would have done it much differently. I actually told Theresa May how to do it, but she didn't agree with it. She didn't listen to me. That will be up to her to say.
Now there's more information. Of course, he's going to be meeting, and as that story broke, Trump and the Prime Minister were together at Blenheim Palace today. More protests are expected to take place throughout the city.
A program to fight opioid abuse in Manatee County has now spread to 8 states. Attorney General Jeff Sessions says federal prosecutors in those states will look for small cases of opioid sales in hopes of reducing the supply of the drugs in the area with high overdose death rates.
A congressional hearing featuring FBI agent Peter Strzok became downright chaotic and combative. Now, he's the agent who sent anti-Trump messages to his former lover, also an agent, also on government phones, raising concern about bias at the Bureau. ABC's Linda Lopez has some of the highlights of that hearing.
FBI agent Peter Strzok vigorously defending himself on Capitol Hill.
I strongly believe today's hearing is just another victory notch in Putin's belt.
After accusations that text messages he exchanged with an FBI lawyer, Lisa Page, showed evidence of anti-Trump bias at the Justice Department leading up to the Russia investigation. Strzok saying the texts were taken wholly out of context.
I don't appreciate what was originally said being changed.
I don't give a damn what you appreciate, Agent Strzok. I don't appreciate having an FBI agent with an unprecedented level of animus working on 2 major investigations during 2016.
Republicans seizing on this particular text exchange. Page asks, he's not ever going to become president, right? Right? Strzok replies, no, he's not. We'll stop it. Strzok imploring members of Congress to understand the context, saying he wrote it because of what he called Trump's horrible treatment of a Gold Star father on the campaign trail.
What I can tell you is that text in no way suggested that I or the FBI would take any action to influence the candidacy of
Agent Strzok.
Some attacks turning deeply personal.
How many times did you look so innocent into your wife's eye and lie to her about Lisa?
Mr. Chairman, this is outrageous.
What is wrong with that? You need your medication.
Strzok replying,
the fact that you would question whether or not that was the sort of look I would engage with in a family member who I have acknowledged hurting goes more to a discussion about your character.
And after Strzok's marathon 10-hour public hearing, FBI lawyer Lisa Page is set to be questioned next, but she'll be questioned today behind closed doors. Linda Lopez, ABC News, New York.
Well, back here at home, did you know that a single bolt of lightning can run up to 54,000 degrees?
Didn't know that.
That is almost 5 times hotter than the surface of the sun.
Keep going.
Now you know. More lightning strikes happen during those summer months and other times of the year.
Lightning kills 47 people a year nationwide. Hundreds more are injured. Marla Spence has some safety reminders for us this morning. Marla?
Hey guys, good morning. So far this summer, one person here on the Suncoast was fatally struck by lightning near Siesta Key Beach. That lightning strike hit a pair of keys hanging to a young man's belt loop, killing him and leaving his family in total shock. In an effort to making sure you stay safe this summer while you enjoy the outdoors, officials are offering a few ways that you can avoid getting hit by lightning. Siesta Key Beach lifeguard Captain Roy Routh says between the Atlantic Ocean and the Gulf of Mexico, central to South Florida gets about 90 to 100 major thunderstorms with lightning a year, and many of them happen during the summer. He says when you're out enjoying the outdoors like the beach, you should always be prepared and ready just in case a storm. He says how exactly you can do that.
I suggest traveling lightly. Sometimes people bring a lot of toys for the kids, and they bring tents and they bring umbrellas and coolers and chairs, which we don't suggest that they not do that. It's just you need to be able to pack up in short order instead of taking 15 minutes to get everything together. Sometimes people are reluctant to leave because they don't want to leave things out on the beach. You have to ask yourself, is your life worth the tent?
Routh says when he and other lifeguards see lightning approaching, he'll fly a yellow flag to give a warning. Once lightning gets 10 miles away, a double red flag will go up, meaning everyone should seek shelter inside an enclosed building or a car. Back to you guys.
Thank you, Marla. As we all know too well, 2017 was an eventful year for hurricanes. FEMA has now issued its after-action report. According to the 65-page account, the 2017 season was, quote, unprecedented and stretched response capabilities at all levels of government. Among the major hurricanes, of course, Harvey, Irma, Maria. FEMA says nearly 5 million households signed up for disaster relief last year. 5 million. The report also noted that the death toll from Hurricane Maria in Puerto Rico is, quote, still under review.
Well, Starbucks says it's going to stop using plastic straws at its stores for environmental reasons. But for some in the disabled community, that decision isn't a helpful one. Starbucks wants to eliminate more than 1 billion straws per year, cutting down on waste. But speech therapists depend on those straws to help teach people with disabilities to take a drink when they need one.
Great mentality and we're headed there, but it's also a luxury. You know, individuals with disability, they may not always have the option of going green.
Now, Starbucks says they will work with the disability community to make sure that they continue to meet their needs moving forward.
Governor Scott has issued an executive order urging counties to protect public beach access. The order calls on counties to not limit access to beaches and to keep them open to the public. The governor said in part, Florida is home to the world's best beaches, and every Floridian and visitor has the right to fully enjoy our state's natural resources. Now, this all comes because earlier this month, Florida invoked a new law statewide reducing public access to private beach areas.
Well, the Miami Marlins are cutting ties with Papa John's after that recent scandal with the company's founder. John Shatner apologized for using the N-word on a conference call back in May, saying he used the racial slur during a role-playing exercise. The Marlins announced their decision yesterday, just one day after he resigned as chairman. In a statement, the Marlins say that Shatner's comments are not at all reflective of the values of their organization.
Still ahead of Good Morning Suncoast, iTunes App Store celebrates a milestone.
10 years of apps in the iTunes store. We're going to take a look when we come back, but first,
here's a peek outside our window at the Rosemary District. Pretty shot there. Looks like a nice day shaping up. What you got for us today, John?
Yeah, plenty of sunshine on our way this morning, and it's going to bring our temperatures up pretty quickly to about 90. Got a few scattered showers out in Gulf waters, light and variable winds, so they're not moving a whole lot. It's possible that we get tagged with a brief sprinkle near the coastline, nothing really heavy. As we head into noontime, however, a better chance of seeing some coastal showers. But they'll all be gone for your beach walk this afternoon or this evening. Watch for about 4 beach balls out of 4. The only problem might be some red tide toxin in the air. There is some respiratory kind of distress from some patches of red tide in the water. Lido Key and Minnesota Key, both being reported as having some irritant in the air by the Mote Marine spotters. So otherwise, they're looking pretty good at area beaches. If you have a problem at one beach, just head to the next one and you probably won't. We'll have a complete forecast for you in a moment.
Soldiers in the Army National Guard live up to a set of time-honored principles.
I will always place the mission first.
They stand ready to respond to any crisis.
I will never accept defeat.
They serve in their communities as citizens and as soldiers.
I will never quit.
They train part-time to be ready to serve at all times.
I will never leave a fallen comrade.
Learn more at nationalguard.com.
From the moment she walked in the door, we stopped having to go to the pharmacy. Certain prescriptions, my health plan or the pharmacy wasn't even able to get here. And hospice provided them, and all we had to do was call up, and the next thing they know, there was another, a delivery.
Ready to open up new opportunities as an electrician? Don't do it yourself. Team up with Mr. Sparky instead. We're locally owned and looking for people like you. We offer our electricians great perks that you just won't get going it alone. And whether you're an apprentice, a master electrician, or somewhere in between, we have a spot for you.
Best decision I ever made.
Apply online or call today.
You don't have to put up with any malarkey. Call 888-8-SPARKY.
If you don't want to fall immediately into love, look away. If you don't want to awaken a desire for excellence, look away. If you don't want to be seduced, please look away.
Rediscover your passion for driving at Sunset Maserati Alfa Romeo of Sarasota.
Today, everyone is looking for more fashionable choices in flooring than ever before. And G. Fried has responded with a huge selection of carpets, tile, wood, laminate, and vinyl. Installed by a highly skilled team, G. Fried has got everything you're looking for and more. The next time you think about quality flooring, think G. Fried Flooring America. G. Fried Flooring America. Our world is at your feet.
My California Closets experience has been wonderful. My mother's a huge inspiration. Before she passed away, she would say, you should do something special for yourself. First time I saw my closet, I immediately thought, this is the best thing I've ever done for myself. I call it my Tiffany style closet. I mean, I can shop in my own closet every day. I love that. My name is Cynthia, and this is my California Closets story.
Now
Now, your ABC 7 First Alert weather forecast with meteorologist John Scalzi.
We have a 77-degree air temperature. We have a dew point value that's high enough at 76 that we can talk about a heat index at this hour. 78 degrees, the heat index. We have plenty of sunshine as dawn breaks on the Suncoast, boosting our temperatures pretty rapidly up into the 80s, 82 by 9. I don't think we'll have much of a chance of rainfall by 9 o'clock now. Over the course of the next hour or two, we might have an isolated patch of drizzle near the coastline in your neighborhood, but the rain chance is pretty small. By 12 noon, it'll be 90 degrees, and we'll have about a 20% chance of showers near the coast as the sea breeze begins to form. Once that sea breeze forms, it moves inland, so too does the rain chance. Put the rain chance at about 30% at 3 p.m. Otherwise, in inland areas, you probably have a rain chance of about 50% or better. That's in Hardy, DeSoto counties, in Highlands County, maybe extreme inland sections of Manatee, Sarasota, and Charlotte counties. 7 p.m., I think everything kind of clears out, and we're left with some pretty quiet conditions. Titan radar not showing a whole lot in the way of rain showers across the entire state, except very far north of us in the Big Bend region. We're seeing a few scattered showers up around Cross City. Down in our neck of the woods, well, we've got a few showers kind of dotting the landscape, and I'm going to zoom in on this one. Even though it's a very light shower, it's all I got for you this morning, and it's in just around Anna Maria. They're seeing a little, at the very tip, a little brief sprinkle. Otherwise, it's pretty quiet out there. Now, maybe Upper Longboat Key might see a brief sprinkle in the next half hour or so. Otherwise, I think we're in for a very tame drive time this morning. A little bit of high cloudiness, perhaps, moving by from time to time, riding on a northeasterly wind flow, but nothing really heavy, certainly nothing that pretends any kind of rain showers widespread across the state of Florida. High pressure is our dominant weather feature, and that tends to kind of suppress showers. That'll be the case throughout today, probably tomorrow and Saturday as well, or Sunday as well. We have a little bit of showery activity down around the Yucatan, but nothing there that looks like it's going to develop. In the near Atlantic waters, nothing that looks like it's going to develop. We do have this area out here in the mid-Atlantic and a little bit further out from shore that is what's left over from Beryl, and perhaps there may be some development there, but even if there was, it moves further away from us. Our showers kind of line up along the sea breeze front, which moves inland today and produces the best chance of rainfall in that location. Now, there'll be slow movers, so if you're under one of these storms, you're going to get a lot of rainfall again today, just as you have over the last several days. That's why the fire danger in Hardy and DeSoto County is so low right now compared to coastal communities. So mostly sunny, slow-moving inland storms, and then better rain chances next week, I think, as that high moves from Gulf waters into the Atlantic and brings us the Bermuda high southeasterly wind flow, which we're kind of accustomed to during the summer, and tends to push the showers that form inland a little bit closer to the coastline. That'll up our rain chances next week, I think, a little bit. West wind coming in at about 5 knots today. Be a pretty nice day out there. Smooth conditions on your bay and inland waters. 92 today, tomorrow, about a 30% chance of rain. Slightly less rain chance, I think, on Sunday as maybe some drier air moves in. But then on Monday, we'll bump the rain chance back up. And Tuesday, probably our best rain chance day of the week as we return to more typical summertime 50% chance of rain kind of situation. And then the same thing is true on Wednesday. And on Thursday, we'll reduce the rain chance a little bit as some more dry air kind of slips in. Back to you.
All right, thank you, John. Let's take a look outside and check on that first alert traffic again for you. Starting off in Manatee County, those roads are running pretty smooth so far this morning. Not too many delays or slowdowns, not a lot of congestion so far this morning. Then in Sarasota County, those roads are also looking pretty decent. Not too much going on at this hour either. Your commute will be a mostly smooth one for the most part. If you're heading a little bit farther south toward Punta Gorda, Port Charlotte, that area, 75 and 41, both of those are running pretty smooth. It's 6:18. That is your first alert traffic. And the iTunes App Store turns 10 years old this week. It was way back in 2008 that the store first started selling apps. And since then, we have spent more than $130 billion on those apps, and those are just my teenage daughters. Now, if you're wondering which one is the most downloaded of all time, no surprise, it's Facebook. And then Facebook Messenger was second. Third place went to YouTube. The most popular game download in all 10 years, of course, Candy Crush. No surprise there either.
Have you ever bought an app?
Have I bought an app?
Yeah.
Yes, I paid for a couple apps.
Have
Yeah.
you? Me.
Just some good ones. Probably having to do with movies and TV watching.
I'm sure.
Saying. Well, this weekend it is all about Dracula versus Dwayne at the box office. Netflix scored the most Emmy nominations yesterday, breaking HBO's 18-year streak.
ABC's Jason Nathanson has the latest from Hollywood.
It's all about Dracula and Dwayne at the box office this weekend. Adam Sandler's animated sequel, Hotel Transylvania 3, Summer Vacation, could scare up enough cash for a first-place finish. Tracking has it opening in the $40 to $45 million range. Right now, that's outpacing Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson's disaster flick Skyscraper, looking at $35 to $40 million. And they'll both compete with last week's winner, Ant-Man and the Wasp. A lot of drama in the top drama category at this year's Emmys. Game of Thrones has the most nominations, going up against last year's winner, The Handmaid's Tale. Samira Wiley got a nomination for her part on the dystopian Hulu drama. Pretty surprised by their 20 nominations.
I believe that we had 13 last year, so that's a real graduation there.
Game of Thrones grabbed 22 nominations. Find out who wins September 17th. LeBron James appears to be quickly capitalizing on his move to L.A. The basketball superstar and new Laker will star in an upcoming big-screen comedy, according to Variety. He was last seen on screen in the 2015 Amy Schumer movie Trainwreck. And happy birthday Friday to Han Solo and Indiana Jones. Harrison Ford turned 76, while X-Men star Patrick Stewart turned 78. And that's what's happening in Hollywood. I'm Jason Nathanson, ABC News, Los Angeles.
Still ahead on Good Morning Suncoast.
Oh, Build-A-Bear madness, the promotion that backfired. We'll tell you just how bad it got when we come back. But first.
Long lines there.
Oh, man.
Here's a peek outside our window. Looks like a nice day, shaping up. Pretty sky there. Wow. 6:20, you're watching Good Morning Suncoast on ABC 7.
Get more for your money at Sunset Subaru in Sarasota. Subaru vehicles hold their value better than any other brand for 2018, according to ALG. And Subaru is Kelley Blue Book's most trusted brand for 4 years running. The Subaru Outback is an IIHS top safety pick for 10 years running. Lease a new Subaru Outback today for just $249 a month. Or get 0% financing with zero down. Get more for your money. Go to Sunset Subaru in Sarasota.
Did you know that a dirty CPAP system can make you sick? If you knew what could be growing in your mask and hose, it would keep you up at night. Now SoClean.com has released the world's first and only automated hands-free CPAP cleaner and sanitizer. With its patented design, SoClean is fast, effective, and hands-free, killing 99.9% of all CPAP germs. Try SoClean now through this special TV offer free for 30 days. Just call 800-604-0398.
My health has improved. It's simple to use, and I'm not worried about infections.
SoClean works on all CPAP machines and popular masks, destroying CPAP bacteria, viruses, and germs without the daily hassle of washing your system by hand. Just place your mask in, close the lid, and in just minutes, voila! Sanitized and ready to use. Try SoClean risk-free for 30 days. This is a limited time offer. Call now, 800-604-0398. Or visit SoClean.com today.
So I kind of grew up all across the country. I come from 5 generations of military men. My dad is still active duty. My grandpa is retired Marines. I like going for runs with my dog. I love, taking her out to the dog beach over in Venice. There are so many things here to do on the Suncoast. My goal every day when I come into work at ABC 7 is to tell your stories, give you that major local news and those details that you really care about. I'm Jacqueline Matter, and I'm here for you.
About every 3 minutes in America, someone is diagnosed with a blood cancer. Light the Night brings together survivors and supporters to bring light to the darkness of cancer and to help fund life-saving research. Our goal is a world without blood cancers, and we're lighting the path to cures. The discoveries made in blood cancer research have led to breakthrough treatments for many cancers and other serious diseases. Help defeat the darkness of cancer. Join Light the Night today.
Thanks to the Leukemia and Lymphoma Society, what was once impossible is happening today for thousands of patients with blood cancer.
I live.
I live. I live. I live.
I live.
She lives.
Because of the research done by the Leukemia and Lymphoma Society in the battle against blood cancer.
If you had a chance to support the research that is saving lives, what would you do?
Oh, take a look at this. A 6-week-old puppy is finally back home with their owners this morning after falling down a storm drain in North Carolina. City workers had to tear up the road, turn off the water in the neighborhood just to rescue this little tiny toy poodle named MJ. Firefighters say the puppy fell down about 6 feet into that pipe. She's doing just fine this morning. The city said that they are using money from a maintenance fund to make the repairs to the torn up road.
Cute dog.
Yeah, super cute. Well, some upset kids and parents outside Build-A-Bear stores all across the country. It all has to do with their Pay Your Age promotion.
Long lines here. Rebecca Jarvis has the story.
In this morning's GMA First Look, Build-A-Bear Mania. From Dallas to Chicago to San Jose. Thousands of parents and kids across the country grinning and bearing long lines for Build-A-Bear's first ever Pay Your Age Day Thursday. Furry friends typically $30 a pop or more, discounted to the price of your child's age. But many turned away just hours after doors opened due to crowd and safety concerns. Stores posting signs like these on their doors, apologizing to customers, saying they will reach out directly to our valued guests, and handing out vouchers for $15 off their next purchase. And we'll have more on how you can score yourself a voucher from Build-A-Bear coming up at 7 a.m. With your GMA First Look, I'm Rebecca Jarvis, ABC News, New York.
It's open.
Hi. This is amazing. With moderate to severe ulcerative colitis.
Are you okay?
Even when I was there, I never knew when my symptoms would keep us apart. So I talked to my doctor about Humira. I learned Humira can help get and keep UC under control when other medications haven't worked well enough. And it helps people achieve control that lasts, so you could experience few or no symptoms.
Humira can lower your ability to fight infections, including tuberculosis. Serious, sometimes fatal infections and cancers, including lymphoma, have happened, as have blood, liver, and nervous system problems, serious allergic reactions, and new or worsening heart failure. Before treatment, get tested for TB. Tell your doctor if you've been to areas where certain fungal infections are common, and if you've had TB, hepatitis B, are prone to infections, or have flu-like symptoms or sores. Don't start Humira if you have an infection.
Be there for you and them. Ask your gastroenterologist about Humira. With Humira, control is possible.
Today, everyone is looking for carpeting that lasts longer. G. Fried has you covered with Karastan. With a legacy of quality and integrity, we provide you with a huge selection of Karastan carpets with exclusive lifetime limited warranties. All installed by our highly skilled, highly knowledgeable team. Come ask us why Karastan is the best and most durable. G. Fried Flooring America. Our world is at your feet.
I heard about the Dotoli Cancer Center through friends of mine who had been treated here and were very pleased with the treatment.
If there is prostate cancer, we at the Dotoli Cancer Center will find it using 3D color flow Doppler ultrasound.
And that helped precisely identify where my cancer was. I can tell you that you will not find a finer, more professional team of clinicians anywhere in the world.
Did you know you could get life insurance for less than 32 cents a day? With guaranteed acceptance whole life insurance through TrueStage, you can get up to $25,000 in protection with a single phone call. TrueStage can help free your family from immediate financial stress when you're gone.
Utility bills, mortgages, car payments, those are a lot of things that can add up pretty fast.
And even if you're on a fixed income, prices fit your budget, starting at less than 32 cents a day. Plus, your price will never increase and your benefit will never decrease. And with no medical tests or health questions, you cannot be turned down for any reason. Call 1-800-842-7189. Now, for a free, no-obligation quote, TrueStage offers plans to fit your budget. Help protect your family from immediate financial burdens after you're gone with guaranteed acceptance whole life insurance through TrueStage. Call 1-800-842-7189 now.
My California classes experience has been wonderful. My mother's a huge inspiration. Before she passed away, she would say, you should do something special for yourself. first time I saw my closet, I immediately thought, this is the best thing I've ever done for myself. I call it my Tiffany style closet. I mean, I can shop in my own closet every day. I love that. My name is Cynthia, and this is my California Closets story.
Chris Domine is a husband, father, an athlete, even an Ironman. But 10 years ago, Chris's kidneys were failing.
The doctor said if you don't do dialysis, if you don't get a kidney transplant, you are going to die.
Then Chris received a second chance, made possible by an organ donor.
Your well-being changes from loss of hope to better times ahead.
Imagine what you could make possible. Learn more and sign up as an organ, eye, and tissue donor. Go to organdonor.gov.
You're watching Good Morning Suncoast at 6:30.
Happening right now at this hour, the president is meeting with the British Prime Minister, and it's a meeting that could be tense. We're going to tell you why.
Timely topic will tell you how local lifeguards detect oncoming lightning and how you should take precautions.
And which president do you think has done the best job in modern history? Well, we're going to tell you who topped the list in a new survey. We have those stories plus your weekend forecast. Good Morning Suncoast starts right now. And good morning to you. It is 6:30 on this Friday the 13th. I'm Stephanie Webb.
I'm Ray Collins. We have made it to Friday. All eyes now on that weekend forecast. Here's the messenger, John Scalzi.
Yeah, and you know what? It doesn't look too terribly bad. I think we'll have some rain showers. They'll be in low inland locations for the most part. I mean, it's summer in Florida. Got to have a few rain showers, right? But, you know, we're not going to see any rainouts by any stretch of the imagination. Most places, you won't even see rain. A few scattered showers near the coastline this morning. The one near Anna Maria, it's gone. The next likely location for a little, or at least possible location for a little patchy drizzle around between Venice and Osprey. But even there, the rain chance is pretty negligible. I'd say 10%. And that would just be for a little bit of patchy drizzle. So we have plenty of sunshine. That'll heat us up nicely. We'll get into the lunchtime hour with a temperature of about 90, and that will lead to a small chance of rain showers near the coast. About 20% should do it. As we head into the afternoon, better rain chance at about 30%, but the rain chance will be shifting into inland locations, Hardy, DeSoto, Highlands County, inland Charlotte County. The weekend forecast will feature kind of more of the same, but then some changes. We'll talk about that coming up in a few.
All right, it's a date. Talk to you soon, John. Let's check the roads. This is a live shot right now at Bee Ridge Road and Tuttle Avenue. We're showing you this because overnight while you slept, there was a big accident there. At 1 a.m., a two-vehicle crash shut down Bee Ridge Road for a while, and then half of it was reopened. Now it is flowing freely. No issues with that. We'll have more on that accident in about 5 minutes here. First, onto the maps. Here's the scene in Manatee County. Nothing much to report. Cortez, some buildup westbound as you head toward the beaches. Otherwise pretty clear. Farther south now, the northern half of Sarasota County showing some congestion on Clark Road, westbound around Beneva. Otherwise pretty clear. And our South County map will show nothing to report at 6:32. At this hour overseas, President Trump is having lunch with British Prime Minister Theresa May, but some comments in the morning paper there could change the tone of that luncheon. ABC's Molly Hunter has the story from London.
At the same time, British Prime Minister Theresa May was rolling out a very long red carpet for President Trump, the political editor of the British tabloid The Sun was tweeting out his exclusive interview with the American president. May has wrecked Brexit, screams the front cover. U.S. deal is off. President Trump slamming May's soft Brexit blueprint.
If they do a deal like that, it will most likely, because we'll be dealing with the European Union instead of dealing with the UK. So it will probably kill the deal.
The president adding,
I would have done it much differently. I actually told Theresa May how to do it, but she didn't agree with, she didn't listen to me. That will be up to her to say.
Trump also praises Boris Johnson, a chief cheerleader for Brexit who resigned as May's foreign secretary earlier this week. As the story broke, the president and prime minister were together at Blenheim Palace. And the pomp, the circumstance, the drama that this country does so well and that President Trump always appreciates was on full display. Today, protesters are gearing up for a massive day. But President Trump is unlikely to catch sight of that baby Trump blimp mocking him or the major protests, telling The Sun,
I used to love London as a city, but when they make you feel unwelcome, why would I stay there?
And when asked about that interview, the White House says President Trump likes and respects Theresa May very much, also noting that he told The Sun he'd never said anything bad about her. Not sure the Prime Minister will see it that way. Molly Hinter, ABC News, London.
And speaking of presidents, the Pew Research Center did an interesting survey asking about 2,000 Americans the question, which president did the best job in your lifetime? And there were some interesting results. So who ranked number one? Former President Barack Obama ranked number one on the list with 44% of that vote. Bill Clinton came in second, Ronald Reagan came in third, President Trump came in fourth, and George W. Bush came in fifth. JFK came in sixth. Now, not surprisingly, the results were actually tied to people's ages. For example, millennials picked Obama as their favorite first choice. Baby boomers picked Reagan in that case.
Breaking overnight, a two-car crash left Bee Ridge temporarily shut down overnight. The crash happened at the intersection of Bee Ridge Road and Tuttle Avenue. You see some video there on the right side of your screen of the accident. It happened about 1 o'clock in the morning. And now this is how it looks now. No word yet about the crash or whether or not there were any injuries involved. This is a developing story. We'll keep you updated on air and on the web at mysuncoast.com.
Well, lightning strikes happen during the summer months more than any other time of the year. In fact, a single lightning bolt can travel at speeds of up to 60,000 miles an hour.
Our Marla Spence has some safety reminders this morning for us. Marla?
Hey, good morning, guys. Siesta Key Beach lifeguard Captain Roy Routh says between the Atlantic Ocean and the Gulf of Mexico, central to South Florida, gets about 90 to 100 major thunderstorms with lightning and every year, and many of them happen during the summer months. So far this summer, one person here on the Suncoast was fatally struck by lightning near Siesta Key Beach. That lightning strike hit a pair of keys hanging on that young man's belt loop, killing him and then leaving his family in total shock. In an effort to making sure you stay safe this summer while enjoying the outdoors, Routh says to pack light. He says as soon as you see lightning, you need to pack up as soon as you can. Routh says he and other lifeguards keep a close eye on the weather around the clock, and they do so with a device called the Sky Scan.
No, this device right here is called the Sky Scan, and it lets us know about severe thunderstorms, and it has lights that go off. So when we start getting around the 8 to 20 mile range, we're very concerned. We would like to have them off the beach by the time it gets within 8 miles.
Routh says when lightning gets that close, he will fly a double red flag, meaning everyone should seek shelter in an enclosed building or your car. Back to you guys.
Thank you, Marla. A he said battle among some neighbors in Northport. Bjorn Stornes says his neighbor punched him in the eye after he complained last weekend about loud fireworks. That issue is whether he stepped on the neighbor's property. He says he didn't. The neighbor says he did. Police say since there's no third-party witnesses, they can't press charges.
I went over there. I asked them politely to knock it off, to stop with the fireworks. They became belligerent, yelling, screaming, hooting, and hollering. In the middle of the incident, I was basically sucker punched from my right side and my right eye.
Without us being there at the time, and again, a third-party witness, it's really just two sides of a story, and not a whole lot you can do with that.
People at the home where the fireworks were blowing off would not comment on the incident.
Well, a new foster home is coming to Manatee County, along with another major resource for the region. The organization One More Child is adding a fourth rent-free home to its Palmetto campus for foster parents and children. Next door, there are plans to build a compassion center, which will help store and distribute donations, as well as provide services and training for working families in need to help avoid more foster care demand in the future. Tony Azinger, wife of professional golfer and Suncoast resident Paul Azinger, helped spark the new center after visiting a similar one in Lakeland.
I was so impressed and excited that I said, we need that in Manatee County.
It's not just about being a foster parent, but it's also about the community coming alongside the foster parents. So the Compassion Center will be able to allow people who maybe aren't ready to open their home to a foster child to come and, help work there at the Compassion Center.
Now, last year, Sarasota, Manatee, and DeSoto counties added 50 new foster homes and only lost 40. That's the first year of net gain. And more help for veterans here on the Suncoast. Stetson University's Veterans Law Institute is partnering up with the Bay Pines VA Center to help veterans with legal services. Now, legal clinics will be available July through December at the outpatient clinics in both cities of Sarasota and Bradenton. Now, services include family law, housing, consumer, bankruptcy, disability, and much more. Still to come on Good Morning Suncoast.
An update on the health conditions of those 12 Thai soccer players when we come back. But first, let's go live to London. This is the protest going on right now as we speak, where the U.S. President and the British Prime Minister are having lunch at this hour. Some earlier comments in the morning paper about the European Union and the U.K. leaving it are prompting some extra protests today. 6:39 right now. Looks like they've got some sunshine there. As far as the situation here, here's John.
Yeah, it looks pretty good for us, too. Maybe an isolated sprinkle during the morning, but certainly nothing that would interrupt or disrupt your commute this morning. None of the inclement weather boxes checked for the trip to work or really the trip home, though I will say there will be some inland storms. So if you're in inland Hardy, DeSoto County, Highlands County, then yes, you may have some issues with some slow-moving storms producing heavy rain. Otherwise, we're looking good. The forecast for Sarasota Airport hubs serving our international airport are all looking on time right now, according to the FAA. We'll have the complete forecast for you coming up in a few.
Picking out a new ceiling fan? That's a do-it-yourself. Installing your new ceiling fan?
No.
That's a don't do-it-yourself. For ceiling fans, rewires, or anything electrical, play it safe. And call on the trained electricians from your locally owned Mr. Sparky. It's no accident that so many of our customers are repeat customers. Trust Mr. Sparky for all your electrical repairs.
Call 888-8-SPARKY.
You want a Maserati, but you need an SUV. Why not have both? Levante, the Maserati of SUVs.
Experience it at Sunset Maserati Alfa Romeo of Sarasota.
Did you know you could get life insurance for less than 32 cents a day? With guaranteed acceptance whole life insurance through TrueStage, you can get up to $25,000 in protection with a single phone call, and you cannot be turned down for any reason. Even if you have health problems or are living on a fixed income, guaranteed acceptance whole life insurance policies could work for you with prices starting at less than 32 cents a day. That's as low as $9.40 a month. TrueStage can help free your family from immediate financial stress when you're gone.
Utility bills, mortgages, car payments, those are a lot of things that can add up pretty fast.
My mom didn't have life insurance and the cost all fell on me. And that's expensive. We're still paying for that.
Yeah, we're still paying for that.
Call 1-800-218-4991. Now, in one phone call, you can help prepare your family with protection amounts up to $25,000. There are no medical tests or health questions. And remember, you cannot be turned down for any reason. In fact, TrueStage policies are already protecting over 18 million Americans. And rates are designed to be affordable, starting at less than 32 cents a day. That's as low as $9.40 a month. Plus, your price will never increase and your benefit will never decrease.
When I leave, everything will be taken care of for them.
Call 1-800-218-4991 now for a free, no-obligation quote. TrueStage offers plans to fit your budget with prices starting at less than 32 cents a day. Help protect your family from immediate financial burdens after you're gone with guaranteed acceptance whole life insurance through TrueStage. Call 1-800-218-4991 now.
Now your ABC 7 First Alert Weather Forecast with meteorologist John Scalzi.
So kind of a warm and humid start to the day. We have a 76-degree dew point value and a 77-degree temperature. The combination of those bringing us a feels-like temperature of 78 degrees this morning. So we're looking at a lot of sunshine, I think, as we head into the morning hours, boosting our temperature up into the 80s, pretty lickety-split. By the time we get to noon, we'll be at about 90 degrees, and at that point, I think we have a pretty good chance of seeing a few showers, isolated showers, near the coastline. Nothing really heavy, but perhaps a thunderstorm by 12 p.m. Chance is not that good, though. Most of us will not see anything. Then as we head into the 3 p.m. hour, we'll up the rain chance a little bit, but really most of the shower activity is going to be inland again this afternoon, looking at about a 50 to 60% chance of inland storms, inland Hardy, DeSoto, Highlands County. That's where you're going to see the rainfall again today. By 7 p.m., everything winds down, looking at a pretty nice evening. So across the entire state, it's hard to find anything going on here this morning. Maybe up around the Big Bend region, Cross City, maybe seeing a sprinkle or two. Otherwise, Apalachicola may be seeing a shower. But for us, it's been hard to find anything. Anna Maria had a brief sprinkle, and I think maybe the best chance of seeing a shower will be between Venice and Osprey, with these offshore showers gradually, ever so slowly, drifting a little bit closer to the coastline. But the tendency will be for them to die out as they get closer to the coast anyway. So, you know, the rain chance, not all that great this morning for your morning commute. So I'm not checking any of the inclement weather boxes for the drive time forecast. There's the one lone shower that we had on Anna Marie. It's falling apart. A couple of showers way off the coastline. Otherwise, things are quiet. Gulf Waters has very little in the way of any kind of major cloud cover out there. It's pretty nice. We have a big ridge of high pressure sitting out here that's going to impact our weather right straight through the weekend as well. If you are taking a cruise, say, to the Caribbean, looks good there as well. We have a kind of a suppression of shower and thunderstorm activity going on currently over the Caribbean, and don't really see much happening. We have this one little cluster of storms that's way out there, and it will continue to dissipate. It's really kind of part of a trough of low pressure that tore Beryl apart and is basically just producing some showers out there. But as I mentioned, that's on the way out too. So all in all, that activity has little chance of development. Nothing going on in the Gulf, nothing in the Caribbean, nothing in the near Atlantic. All looks good for the weekend. Even rain shower activity will be at a minimum, I think, under the influence of that high pressure ridge out in Gulf waters. Now, we will see showers and thunderstorms across the state of Florida, but they're really, because of our light wind flow, going to be mostly in inland areas, as the sea breeze won't have much reason to stay near our coast. It will be a kind of vigorous and strong sea breeze that'll move inland and favor the other coastline, I think, for shower and thunderstorm activity right straight through today and probably the next couple of days. The storms that build in inland areas will be slow movers. So say today you're setting out for Fort Pierce or Fort Lauderdale or Miami, you're probably going to encounter some pretty good storms as you drive across the state, and they're going to be slow moving, and you'll be in some fairly heavy rainfall, I think, at times this afternoon. Mostly sunny today, slow moving inland storms, and maybe a better chance of rainfall next week. Now here's the visual of what we expect to see today. Maybe an isolated shower near the coast as we head into the noontime hour. Then everything moves inland, and that's where it stays as it kind of falls apart in inland locations. For today, beautiful day for boating, smooth conditions on bay and inland waters, 2 foot or less seas. 92 our daytime high today, tomorrow about the same thing pretty close to on Sunday. Then as we head into Monday, I think maybe we start to see a little bit better rain chances working into the picture as we head into Tuesday. And then Wednesday and Thursday, I think we'll probably have some drier weather midweek, but maybe toward the end of midweek. Otherwise, pretty typical for this time of year. Back to you.
All right, thanks so much, John. Let's take a look outside and check out some of that first alert traffic for you this morning. In Manatee County, those roads are running pretty smooth for the most part. No real congestion or delays in that area. In the top half of Sarasota County, those roads again are also looking pretty decent. A couple slow spots right there on Clark Road, but other than that, not too much going on. Now, if your commute is going to take you farther south into Port Charlotte, 75 and 41 are running pretty smooth at this hour as well. No real traffic bumps right in there. 6:48, that is your first alert traffic.
Wearing hospital gowns and masks, the boys rescued from that Thailand cave are finally back with their families now. Up until now, it was only through glass partitions, but now they're having contact, although with those gowns and masks. The boys are expected to be released in less than a week, except for 3 who are being treated for pneumonia. Once they're home, they will rest for at least 1 month. Back in this area, your chance to go behind the scenes tonight with local law enforcement. The Sarasota County Sheriff's Office will give up-to-the-minute details on their Tweet from the Beat feature. It might be traffic incidents, it might be gators and backyard pools.
Yes.
You're hoping for that?
Yep. Not mine, though.
No. The virtual ride-along starts at 7 p.m. Their handle is at Sarasota Sheriff. Could be fun. Still ahead, your top 7 headlines before 7 a.m.
And that, of course, includes one last look at your Friday the 13th forecast and your weekend forecast. You're watching Good Morning Suncoast right here on ABC 7. Beautiful morning out there today.
Outdoor living is one of the greatest perks about living in Florida. So whether this is your style, or this, or maybe this, contact Superior Pools. They've been building pools from Sarasota to Naples since 2001, and they would love to build yours.
Hello, I'm John Merce. Rugs As Art is celebrating yet another anniversary, and I would personally like to thank each and every one of you for the many years of continuous support. All during the month of July, we're having a grand celebration. We have flooded our showroom with yellow tag specials, meaning more discounts and more savings than ever before, plus free padding. So don't miss this anniversary celebration at Rugs As Art, Sarasota's bigger and better area rug superstore.
Don't miss the exciting original musical review, Tops from Flops, playing July 11th through the 22nd at the Players Center. All the best songs from all the wrong shows from composers like Irving Berlin, Cole Porter, and more. Call 365-2494 or visit us at theplayers.org. You'll want to sing right along with Tops from Flops.
Everybody can make something, because I think everyone has a spark of creativity, and the reason that I have to keep making is because I don't think my life would be as fulfilling without it. If you make things yourself, that means you're not cowering in fear. You're out there taking chances. That, I think, is my way of saying I love you to the world. All right, now I want to hear why you make.
Share your own Why I Make story today. Visit whyimake.org.
A decade of war has taken an unprecedented toll on our men and women in uniform.
Hundreds of thousands of our veterans are suffering from the trauma of war.
At Justice for Vets, we believe that every veteran should have the opportunity for treatment and restoration.
Get involved and go to justiceforvets.org.
Help put treatment within reach of veterans in crisis.
Veterans fought for our freedom. Now it's our turn to fight for theirs.
My life motto is keep moving. And as hard as it was when my husband passed away, I knew I had to keep doing what I love. Oops, coming. But I needed help with my insurance, and that's what the NAIC provides. They have resources to help you and your family make the best decision, and they'll help you to keep moving forward, just like me.
Outdoor living is one of the greatest perks about living in Florida. So whether this is your style, or this, or maybe this, contact Superior Pools. They've been building pools from Sarasota to Naples since 2001, and they would love to build yours.
Welcome back. It is 6:52, and here's your top 7 before 7.
First off, John Scalzi's First Alert forecast.
Yeah, so you got some very good lightning tips this morning from Marla, and I would recommend taking a First Alert weather app with you to the beach if you're heading there this weekend, though I think most of the rain showers will most likely be in inland locations. Sunglasses as you head out the door. Expect to see lots of sunshine around. Current temperature is 77 degrees. Maybe a few inland storms this afternoon while the coast remains relatively quiet. All weekend long, we'll be updating the First Alert weather app and our social media. Back to you guys.
All right, thank you, John. Checking traffic now. This is a look at the northern half of Sarasota County. We're showing you this because there was an earlier accident on Bee Ridge Road at Tuttle, serious accident. That has since cleared up, so that's no problem there. Otherwise, Fruitville, you'll see there down by 41 and 301, some congestion there you might want to be concerned about. Otherwise, all clear.
And number 3, lightning strikes happen during the summer months more than any other time of the year. Some tips to stay safe: pack light when you're outside and doing your vacation stuff. So if you see lightning, you can seek shelter quickly, get inside your car or inside an enclosed building as quickly as you can.
Number 4, this morning, President Trump is meeting at this hour with Prime Minister Theresa May. The tone might be a little uncomfortable due to the release of an interview via a British paper where the president criticizes the UK's exit from the European Union.
Number 5, FEMA has released their 2017 hurricane season report. Nearly 5 million households signed up for disaster relief last year.
Number 6, look at this. Build-A-Bear offered a special promotion to customers, but they didn't think through it this well. Look at the chaos. The deal, whatever your child's age, that's how much you pay for a new furry friend. It caused lines lasting for hours. They are now offering coupons to those who couldn't wait.
All right, and number 7, what is trending? Really brutal reviews of Dwayne "Not the Rock" Johnson's new movie out today, Skyscraper. Now, he says it pays homage to favorites like Die Hard and Towering Inferno. Critics called it a towering achievement in absurdity, and they say The Rock hits new heights of silliness. And my personal favorite, this movie needs to die a little harder. Oh, and I love The Rock, and there are just brutal reviews. It's got a 51% rating on Rotten Tomatoes right now, but
51?
51.
That's not terrible.
They destroyed it. I mean, these are just a couple of the brute, but I haven't seen reviews this bad in a really long time.
So
I'll comfort him, though. It's okay, The Rock.
You're a big fan of The Rock, aren't you?
I'm his future wife. I am a big fan.
I will say he does a lot of good things. He does a lot of good things.
He's a good human being that just made a really bad movie.
Yeah.
It happens.
More of an oh my than an homage. Huh?
Oh. Wait, I'm going to put that down as another critic review. Oh, good stuff.
Looks like the weekend will be pretty nice, though. You
Hot.
got big plans for outdoor activities this weekend? If you do, it should be okay outside.
Inside a brewery. That is my plan
Wow.
on Saturday.
That's
It's a good...
You did not hear
with
that
friends.
here, folks.
That came out wrong. With friends.
Normal weekend. It's just Saturday for Stephanie. Hey, we are live right now on Facebook. If you punch up Ray Collins ABC7, we are live right now. So ask us any questions about what Stephanie plans to eat as well while she's there.
I love live television.
Yes.
Filter.
Have a great weekend. We'll see you Monday. Our next news update comes your way at 7:25, and more on Good Morning America about President Trump meeting at this hour for lunch with the British Prime Minister. See you, folks.